Hey, what's up guys? Rideshare guy here, and today I've got a video for you on what it's like to order food from Doordash. So you guys may have seen I've been posting a lot of videos about things like HelloFresh, Postmates. I wrote a bunch of extensive reviews about Postmates, what it's like to be a driver, all the onboarding process, all that good stuff. So if you couldn't tell, I'm starting to look into a lot of these delivery services from the customer side, from the driver side, and delivery side, just because I think it's very fascinating, very interesting, and I think it could be a huge potential opportunity for drivers and then also for customers too who want to go out there, get some free stuff. I recorded a pretty cool video on how to eat for free with Postmates, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the customer experience on Doordash. So I actually haven't signed up to drive with them yet, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'll tell you a little bit more in this video, but basically I've been thinking about trying, Postmates. I did end up signing up. I've been thinking about DoorDash. And one of the things that I always recommend to people is that you try these services out from the customer, from the passenger side of the app first, right? So I took my own advice. I signed up for DoorDash, and it's actually pretty cool. I think I got my first delivery was free, tried it out. And then I started doing a couple more orders just to see how it works. So I'll leave a link to, if you guys are interested in signing up for DoorDash, you can actually get your first delivery fee for free. That's kind of a tongue twister. But basically, all you'll have to do is pay for the food, which is pretty cool. But the reason why I tried out DoorDash is because obviously most people have started to hear about Postmates, but in my neighborhood, it seems like DoorDash is marketing pretty hard. I see I've seen they pass out little cards, they have little flyers around. I see that they have a lot of partnerships with restaurants. And so that's what I was kind of intrigued by. One of the things I don't like about Postmates on the passenger side or the customer side of the app, I'm so used to talking about Uber and Lyft, I call it a passenger, but with Postmates and DoorDash, they call them customers, right? So on the customer side of Postmates, they don't have a whole lot of partnerships for such a big company with a lot of restaurants that I like, at least. And so I was often finding myself as just annoying. I had to go online, search a menu, and then I have to manually type it in. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I can't see the confirmation. All I know is how much the delivery fee is going to get cost. And so basically it was just kind of a lot of hassle. And so I went on to DoorDash, and I was actually pretty impressed. They seem to have a lot more partnerships. And what I mean by partnerships is that the restaurant's menu was up there. So for example, I tested it out recently. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. I tested a place in Orange County right here called Taco Mesa, which is a really good Mexican spot. Ordered a steak burrito, right? The burrito was probably $8 or $9, and I wanted to get it delivered on DoorDash. So I actually ordered it, let's see, it was a $6.99 delivery fee. There was no 9% service charge like there is with Postmates. And I actually compared the price to Postmates too. How much would this exact burrito have been on Postmates? And Postmates would have put me at $6.75 plus 50 cents for their 9% service charge. So it was actually just 25 cents more on Postmates compared to DoorDash. So the prices are very similar if you're a customer of DoorDash or Postmates, because right now they only charge for the delivery fee. They're not charging based on order size, and they're not charging based on a lot of other factors that kind of make it pretty bad for drivers. But if you guys are a customer, there's definitely people out there delivering for it, and they give away a lot of free stuff, a lot of free credit, and it's also very convenient at times. So basically my process of ordering with DoorDash, it went all right. I wasn't super impressed with the actual app. I placed my order, and the thing I like about Postmates is that they have this cool little map, and when you place your order as a customer, you can see your courier and you can actually track him. You can say, okay, here's where he is right now. He has to drive to the restaurant, and then he has to pick it up, and you can actually follow him, just like on Uber and Lyft. And the thing I didn't like about DoorDash is that you can't do that. I guess I'm pretty spoiled because I love tracking my drivers on Uber, and I love tracking my delivery people on Postmates. And with DoorDash, they had this weird screen that said received, and then there was a little dot that got filled up with red, went from green to red once they received the order. And then there's a next one that said confirmed. And once the order was confirmed, the dot went from green to red and then picked up and delivered. So really you only had 4 stages. It kind of reminded me of the Domino's pizza tracker, but actually not even as advanced, which that's a really cool feature, by the way. If you guys like pizza, I love tracking my pizza on Domino's pizza tracker. But I think a company like DoorDash should probably have something a little more sophisticated than a Domino's pizza tracker. And so that's what I was kind of disappointed. Another thing I really didn't like is that you have to set the tip amount on DoorDash before you place your order. So I set it at 15%, and I figured that, hey, maybe I'll get a chance to update it or add more or take more off. And once I got my delivery, nothing, right? There was no chance for me to update the tip. Now, the reason personally for me, and I know a lot of customers, hey, if you do a really good job, then there are a lot of things that you can do. I wrote a whole article that will be coming out about ways to increase your earnings with Postmates as a driver. And one of the areas I talked about with tips and all these little things that you can do to impress your customer. So now here I am sitting as a customer. And I mean, the guy came and I asked him for a bunch of I asked him for chips, or I paid for chips. And then I asked for a bunch of different salsas, and he brought 3 salsas, and they were about like a third of the way filled up. Which, if anyone who's ever been to Taco Mesa knows, they have an amazing salsa bar. It's one of the reasons why I love going. And I was ready to give this guy like a huge tip if he brought me a bunch of salsas. I was probably going to give 20 to 30% tip just for filling up 5 little salsas. It takes 5 seconds. And he came in, and he was a nice guy, but I mean, he didn't really do that great of a job filling up the salsas, which is kind of nitpicky. But either way, I mean, I still left him, 5 stars or whatever. I would leave him 5 stars or whatever. I wasn't upset with that. It was just I wanted, if he would have done a good job on that part, I would have given him a much nicer tip. Maybe, instead of 15%, maybe 20 to 30%, right? So that's kind of the thing, one of the things I didn't like. And I mean, other than that, I think that as far as the app, it's pretty simple. You kind of place your order. You can find all the restaurants, very similar to Postmates. You go through. And like I said, they have a lot more partnerships, so it's handy that they have that menu there. To be honest, though, I think I'm probably going to use Postmates, but I'll definitely keep Doordash as a backup. I wouldn't say that it's quite like Uber to Lyft status, but Postmates and Doordash are definitely both competitive, and really it's up to you guys. They're both giving out free credit. If you've never tried out Postmates, you can actually get $10 free delivery credit. On Doordash, you can actually go and get your first delivery free. And the cool thing about Doordash is they give you $5 credit that can be used for food, delivery, whatever, when you refer a new passenger. So if you guys are looking to make a couple extra bucks, get some free food, you definitely know where to go. All right, this is kind of my review of what it's like to order food with Doordash. I'll definitely try to do some more articles, some more videos on all of these delivery services. So if you guys are interested in it, you want to see more, if there's a particular company you want me to look into, definitely let me know. I might be interviewing someone on the podcast. I could do another video. I could do a YouTube video. Just let me know what you guys want to see. I take all the feedback that I get very seriously. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Shoot me an email. I respond to each and every single one of your emails, good or bad. So definitely let me know what you guys think about my videos, articles, podcasts, and I'll look forward to hearing from you soon. All right, take care, guys.